guys, it's JohnyTechReview. Today I have a quick review for you of this Megacra Smart TV box. This Android box features an M-Logic S812 quad-core processor at 2 GHz. It also have a Mali 450 octa-core GPU. It comes with 8 GB of storage, and you can expand that using the SD card or using the USB port. It also comes with 2 GB of RAM, and it runs Android Kitkat 4.4.2. Another thing that sets this box apart from the other Android box that I review is that this features Dual Band Wi-Fi. So you have 2.4 GHz and also 5 GHz. So in the box you get the unit itself, a small user menu, a little short power cable that's only about 4 feet long, which is really short for me, and I really wish they came with a longer cable. And also you get an HDMI cable. So here, as you can see, is the unit itself. It looks very nice, pretty stylish looking. It's completely made out of metal, and during the usage and during my past 2 weeks of using it, it gets just a little bit warm but never get really hot. In front of the unit you have a little LED, and this LED show either the clock time or it display various different information there. There's also a power button that is also an LED indicator. When it's on it will be blue, and while it's up it will be red. To the left side there's also a low infrared port. You do not want to block that. That's for the remote control. On the right side of the unit you see that you have a slot for a TF card. There's also a USB port here to plug in external storage or peripheral, and you have a restore button that can be pressed right out. So in the back of the unit you have the antenna itself, which is a quite nice long antenna. You have the power cable again, you have the LAN port, you have HDMI output, you have here a composite output, optical sound out, and you also have 2 additional USB ports. So setting up the unit is pretty simple. Just plug it in. You can give it either Wi-Fi or Ethernet, and it will work fine, and you just have to sign in using your Google account and you're ready to go. So here you can see this is the home screen that is used for this box. It's a pretty simple setup. You have a few icons here that you can pick. So the first thing you want to do is probably go to setting and change a few settings. For example, I was using the Ethernet. I'm going to switch to the Wi-Fi here to show you how it works. So you can see here after I connect, everything is good. You can go to display and change a few settings. Right now it's set to automatic HDMI detection, and if you turn it off you can actually select your own. As you can see here, it supports various different resolution. Of course this is only a 1080p screen, so I can't go higher than this. You can also hide the status bar. You can also set screensaver setting here. Under advanced setting you have a little more option like mirrorcast, remote control, Google TV, etc. And then sound output down. Under others you can see this is the model T9. We are running Android 4.4.2. And in the more setting you can see your typical Android setting here. If we go to system update, it will launch this thing to find system update, but I never found anything to update. Online video, for example, if you go in here, you can see these are some of the apps that's included. A lot of these apps are actually Chinese app, and they have Chinese video, and you actually need subscription and stuff for that. But yeah, I can't really use these, so I'm not gonna show you guys these at all. But you can add more into this list if you want to. This is basically just a category that you can add your app, whatever app that you download from the Google App Store into here. Now we go back. There's this app here called MorePlay. This is one of those apps that you do have to pay money for. You have to register somewhere and get a code, and then with the code you can actually watch some streaming TV show. I'm pretty sure this is not totally legal, but yeah, you can see here it kind of looks like Netflix, the old Netflix anyway, and you can browse to it and you can play stuff, and it works pretty well, really fast. You can fast forward to the movie very quick, and yeah, this app works pretty well, but definitely you do have to pay for it. You can hold down the bar here to move around, and as you can see, buffer real fast, so it looks like they have a server somewhere running all of this. There's some other option on the games. You do have some games here that you can play. Of course it's kind of tough to play when you just lower control, so you do want to add maybe a Bluetooth controller or something like that to play these. But yeah, there are some games and they run perfectly fine. You can play at least Crossbeat Road here, for example, and it'll run pretty good. I'll show you that in a second here. So again, ideally you will want to use a real controller, but yeah, you can use this little remote here to play the game, and you can move around using the arrow key on it, and it works pretty fine, as you can see. One of the really popular fun game. Oops, there I go, die. There's also a home button that you can press that takes you home back to the screen here, and here you can see all your app that you install. I just pretty much kept with a stock. I install a few apps like YouTube, and you also have Netflix. These work perfectly fine. Also included in this version there's Kodi, as you can see right here, and you can browse Kodi. And in Kodi here, this is version 14. Of course there's now version 15, I believe, already available. You can go ahead and update to that, but this is version 14. As you can see here, it came with a bunch of different add-ons already ready to go. So you can video, you have all these different cartoon, Genesis, iFilm, NaviX, all these little community source here is already added for you, so it's ready to be used. I can also play file from my local NAS, for example here. You can see here, this is 24, works pretty well. There you go, you can fast forward, skip around, all works really well. It's streamed very fast. I'm using Wi-Fi right now, And as you can see here, I can skip through my episode very fast and no problem at all. Of course, you also have your Google Play Store. You can go down here, and after you sign in, you can see it's here already. I already have it pre-launched in the background. You can see here you have your typical Android store that you can download everything you want. So I've been using this unit for over 2.5 weeks, and I'm very impressed with the performance of this unit. I wish that it does come with a better Android version instead of the old 4.4.2, which have some slowness. But between the processor and the GPU and the RAM, this unit move along quickly with no problem, at least for using it for multimedia. I mostly use Kodi to stream a lot of local content, but sometimes I also use it for Netflix and YouTube. YouTube is very nice because you can just beam stuff from your phone over to YouTube, and it works really well. As far as gaming wise, you definitely want to add a Bluetooth controller or something like that to make it just better. In my experience, I do not use this for gaming too much, but that's a possibility. It also supports 4K output, of course, but I do not have a 4K TV, so I'm unable to report on the process of that. Overall, the box is very fast, it worked really well, and I had no problem with it. In the past 2.5 weeks, I have probably had to restart it once. There is no update with it currently. It only runs that 4.4.2 along with that special home screen that's designed for TV. It's easy to use with a remote. Speaking of the remote, it's a pretty simple remote, like a lot of the other remote I used before with Android. You have the power button up here, you have the mouse button that you can press to enable the cursor, so you can move the cursor around the screen. There's the numpad button that I do not use a lot, volume button right now, and down here is your navigation button along with the home, return, context menu, and setting button right here. At the bottom, you have some shortcut key that's designed to launch some apps. So for example, you can go to app, you can go to XBMC quickly. You can also launch your local and music right here. Overall, I'm very pleased with the box, and it definitely is a very fast box. If you're looking for an Android box that comes with a lot of features and a lot of different input ports, this is a nice selection. It's definitely more pricey than some of the cheaper options, but you do get more RAM with it, and it performs really well. So I hope this short little review helped you in your purchase decision, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment below. And as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.